Waste from around the world is posing a threat to Chile's fragile ecosystem. Mountains of discarded clothing, shoes and other unrecyclable goods have become a threat to Chile's Atacama Desert. Some point out that the so-called developed nations dump their waste in Chile. Take a look.
One of the driest places on Earth, Chile's massive Atacama Desert is under threat. Experts say that its fragile ecosystem is being threatened by piles of trash dumped there from around the world. Mountains of discarded clothing, a graveyard of shoes, and rows upon rows of scrap tires and cars cover most of the desert. The Atacama has also been threatened by intensive mining for copper and lithium. Carmen Serrano, head of the Endemic Roots environmental NGO, says that most people see the Atacama as nothing more than bare hills where they can extract resources or fill their pockets. Chile has long been a hub for second-hand and unsold clothing from Europe, Asia and the United States, which is either sold further on throughout Latin America or ends up in rubbish dumps in the desert. Full of chemicals and taking up to 200 years to biodegrade, activists say that the clothing pollutes the soil, air and underground water.
I believe that this situation, beyond the environmental damage itself, which is what the court is dealing with, will necessarily have to give rise, I believe, to a slightly more systematic reading, to an integrated view of the state as a whole, because here we are talking about a textile import activity that seems, I do not want to make a judgment, that it does not have an integral regulation in terms of its final destination.
Used cars also flood the country from the free trade zone. Many are exported to Peru, Bolivia or Paraguay, while others end up dumped in scrapyards surrounding the desert. Piles of abandoned tires are also scattered across the desert.
We feel abandoned. We feel that our land has been sacrificed. But I insist, it is the unscrupulous people of the world who come to leave their rubbish here. It's like the backyard. We are not even the local backyard anymore. We are the backyard of the world, which is worse. And there is still no awareness to solve this problem.
For more than 8 million years, the 100,000 square kilometer expanse of the Atacama has been the most arid desert in the world. Rain is rare and in some parts non-existent. Any changes in the ecosystems directly affect the microorganisms that thrive there. Bureau Report, WION World is One.